The marathon is the ultimate test of human endurance and strength. Lasting multiple hours, it is not only a physical battle, but a mental one too. Kelvin Kiptum currently holds the world record time of 2 hours and 35 seconds, maintaining an average speed of 13 miles per hour. Now that's cool and all, but can all of these crazy fast marathon runners hold a candle to Steve's superhuman strength? Well, first we gotta draw out the marathon in Minecraft. For the purposes of this video, Steve will be running the marathon on a super flat world. If one block is a meter, Steve needs to run 42,195 blocks to reach the finish line. This may seem pretty far, but Steve can actually sprint 5.6 blocks per second, summing up to 448 per mile. Unlike marathon runners though, Steve can't actually run this distance without eating. The good part is that it only takes him a second or two to demolish a steak dinner before he goes on. With all of this in mind, Steve crosses the finish line at 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 49 seconds, which is really fast, probably placing within the top 150 marathon runners in the world. But it still isn't a world record, until we introduce sprint jumping. Increasing Steve's speed by nearly 30%, we can reach a top speed of nearly 16 miles per hour, running each mile at a blistering fast 3 minutes and 47 seconds. I seriously doubt any human will ever come near to Steve's pace when running a marathon, when you realize his minutes per mile is only a few seconds short of the world record single mile. Now if you put Steve next to elite runners, he would make them look slow. Now for the big question. What time would Steve get? 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 3 seconds. Faster than any human could ever run the distance, and all that without breaking a sweat. There are definitely ways we could speed up Steve, like potions, though they are literally just performance-enhancing drugs, which are, of course, banned in the marathon, so Steve can't use them. We could also use soul speed boots on soul sand, but that's illegal too. First of all, unless you're running a marathon in the Nether, it wouldn't do anything. And second of all, his enchanted diamond boots, or shoes, are not actually legal in competitions because enchantments, if they existed in real life, would probably be considered smart technology, which is not allowed. But who cares if Steve gets disqualified? We just want him to cross that finish line as early as possible, so we're going to be pulling out all the stops. For my test, Steve with Soul Speed 3 and Swiftness already hits an absolutely mind-boggling 27 miles per hour, making it possible for Steve to run a 2-minute 10-second mile, and if he kept that up for a marathon, he can literally run it in under an hour. One final thing that we can do to really push the boundaries of speed is creating a blue ice trapdoor head hitter highway, allowing Steve to hit 47 miles per hour with a 1 minute 16 second mile and 35-minute marathon. Now this is where things start to get a little bit cheaty. Who said we have to run the marathon? We can swim the marathon. Obviously, we humans can't swim nearly as fast as we can run, and that's obviously the same for Steve. But when we slap some soul sand on the ground, get a beacon for swiftness, and boots enchanted with soul speed and depth strider, we can finally add dolphins that give us dolphin's grace to hit a total speed of 107 meters per second, finishing the marathon in under 15 minutes. Steve is literally going 30 seconds a mile. You might think now that we have finally reached the limit with speed, but no, you'd be wrong. 107 miles per hour isn't enough. It's nowhere near enough. If we set up a stasis teleportation chamber in the spawn chunks, we can then hook it up to a daylight sensor so that as soon as it turns day, we will get teleported back to the stasis chamber, which is past the finish line of the marathon. The marathon starts at sunrise, so now this daylight sensor will turn this trapdoor, causing my ender pearl to hit, and therefore teleport me the entire distance of the marathon in 0 seconds. And that is finally the fastest we can go. But out of all of these, 141 is the only legal one, so... Deja vu.